What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and like this video. I'm sorry, y'all missed my whole intro. But this is going to be a review for Porsha Family Matters, The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Porsha Family Matters, Season 1, Episode 1. Now, I wasn't sure if I was going to review, but I got some things to say. Now, I ain't promising y'all going to get every episode, because if this is just going to be one long infomercial on why Porsha didn't steal this woman's husband, then I don't know. Now, what we do know is there's a whole lot that was said and a whole lot that was done, and it was real messy in the beginning, and some of the stuff has sort of, thinned out a little bit. But let's go back to the beginning, child. So this episode starts off with them acknowledging all the different headlines, that what was said, what wasn't said, and Simon is making it clear from the beginning that he really don't care what we think. He don't care about what social media thinks. He don't care about what the world thinks. He is going to live his best life, however, whoever, and with whoever he want to live it with, okay? That's how he feel about the situation. And I mean, a part of me can't even be mad at you, Simon. Although, I do have my eye on you, sir. Right there. So we start off this episode, we see that Porsha and Simon are out looking for homes, right? Simon don't feel comfortable living in Porsha's house because, Porsha had a whole other man there, and Porsha don't feel comfortable living in Simon's house because that's when she first met him with his wife. I mean, I understand. I get it. Now, the first conflict that we see in this episode is Porsha says that she met Simon because he slid into her DMs. Simon said that Porsha slid into his DMs. I said y'all fucking met on the show. Porsha, you met this man when you went to his house, where his wife was. Now listen, I'm not going to go down the road where you and his wife was friends, because we know that that's not the case. We know that it was a whole TV show situation where they had you introduce Fallon to the show, and that y'all weren't really friends in real life. I'm okay with that. I'm accepting that, and I'm fine with that. But let's not sit here and act like y'all didn't really meet on the show either. That don't mean that y'all had no conversation. That don't mean that y'all got into a divorce. I mean that y'all was getting into an affair. I get that. But again, the sliding of the DMs happened after the show. And I'm going to tell you how I know it happened after the show. Because Simon's version of the story is she slid into his DMs after the announcement was made about the divorce. The announcement was made about the divorce after they filmed the show. And then, Porsha, you slid into his DMs to check on him to see how he was doing? Why? Because again, to hear your version of the story, y'all ain't even know each other like that. Why you sliding his DMs asking if he alright because he getting divorced from his wife? Now, I'm sure it's going to be the Porsha lovers in the comments that's going to get me together. So when you get me together, tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where, because again, I could be wrong. Maybe I heard it wrong. But tell me where that's not what was said. And that ain't the timeline. Moving on. So we see them looking at this home. It's a nice 7-bedroom house. But they said, listen, we got 7 kids. I mean, we got 6 kids. Simon has 5. I have Pilar. And let's be clear, I want more churn. Now, I ain't mad at you, Porsha, for wanting more churn. You better put that stamp on it. Okay? So the house seems nice and all, but maybe not for them. But then they sit down and they have a conversation, and we find out a couple of things in this conversation. First of all, again, they trying to give us the whole timeline situation, yada, yada, boo, boo, boo. Porsha says she's spoiled because the house in Costa Rica where they've been hanging out is just beautiful, gorgeous, and it's everything. And so this house is cool, but it ain't what she was looking for, okay? She needs the plata, the bada boo, the bang, okay? She was also bragging about how many cars he had. Again, they had this whole conversation about how many cars he had. I feel like that was for our benefit and not theirs, because I'm pretty sure that they know how many cars he has, okay? Anyway. Then we find out that Porsha's having a birthday party, and she told Dennis that he can't bring a date. Man, what? You are 100% engaged to a whole nother man. Why the father of your child can't bring a date? And then she gonna say, well, if it's a date, like it's somebody that he's really dating and he really want to bring around our child, fine. But if it's just some old hoochie mama that he done picked up on the street, he can't bring her. Why does it matter? The birthday, I'm thinking it was like a family affair birthday party. The whole birthday party situation was at a club. Why he can't bring some hoe? Why does that matter? I didn't think, and Simon even told her, listen, you're wrong for telling that man he can't bring a date to the party. You know why? Because me and you are 100% together. Why he can't bring whoever the hell he want to bring? Anyway, so then they talked about Porsha buying that house and how she never thought that anybody would have her move out that house because when she bought that house, that was sort of like her independence after her divorce. And we all know that. You know, we remember that. We went through that on the show and all that good stuff. So the fact that he is convincing her to move out the house, because remember, that was one of the problems between her and Dennis. Dennis said she lived too far out the city and he had too far of a commute every day to get to work. And she was like, oh, well, figure it out because I'm not moving. So clearly there's something different here to make her say, okay, let's move. Because she was like, I was not trying to move, okay? Then we see Dennis going over to her mom's house. And Porsha's mom was like, listen, Dennis, I'm going to always love Dennis. I'm going to always have love for Dennis. Me and Dennis are cool. Dennis is a good dad. And as long as he's still doing what he's supposed to be doing and he's a good father, we are good. We are happy. We are great. Everything is everything. Everything is what it's supposed to be. And I could appreciate that and I could respect that. Now, on the other hand, listen, I don't know how much of this is for the purposes of the show and how much of this is real. But let's just be clear. Dennis ain't really feeling this whole situation. His thing is the shit went too fast. He ain't understand it. It went too fast. Dennis said, let me give you my timeline. My timeline is I wrote it down. We broke up in July of 2020. In Christmas of 2020, we had our matching pajamas and Porsha asked for her ring back. I told her we ain't ready to go. We ain't ready to get engaged again because we still got a lot of problems we need to work out. But I'm ready, I'm willing to work on it. She ain't like that answer. He said by May of 2021, she was engaged. So his thing is, from where he's sitting, in less than a year, you went from wanting to be, less than 6 months really, you went from wanting to be engaged with me to being with a whole another man. So a lot of what we saw online, not so much. The other thing we got clarity on was at the Mother's Day situation, they had gotten engaged. But they weren't going to tell nobody because they got engaged on a Thursday. He was supposed to be signing his divorce papers on a Friday, but come Monday, he was still married. And there's some sort of hold up. There's some sort of technical situation that need to be resolved. So am I technically dating a married man? Sure. Or engaged to a married man? Sure. But in all reality, we thought the divorce would be final. We weren't going to make the engagement public until the divorce was final. I still say, if he was supposed to go to court on Friday and sign the paperwork, why he couldn't propose to you on Saturday? Like, why couldn't y'all have done that in reverse? And then that way, he would have known his divorce didn't get final like he thought it got final, and he wouldn't have had to worry about you having a ring and you taking pictures on Sunday down to the Mother's Day brunch with a whole engagement ring on. What we also find out later on in the episode, but I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there because I'm going to forget. Dennis had planned that whole situation, and Dennis did not know that Simon was coming, and he did not know Porsha was engaged to Simon. So again, the whole situation is crazy to me. Am I the only one? Put it in the comments, y'all. Did this episode clear things up for y'all, or did it make it worse? What y'all think? Y'all put it in the comments. Y'all tell me. Anyway, so it's the day of Porsha's 40th birthday party. And Simon is doing the party. It's at his club. And we see Porsha getting herself together. We see, her sister and her cousin down to the club getting everything straight. It is all about Porsha. It is Porsha's night. It is Porsha's situation, okay? It is Porsha's celebration, okay? But what we find out is Simon then posted some stuff down to the social media to wish Porsha a happy birthday that she wasn't happy about. She said there were things that we said we were going to keep private that he ended up posting onto the social media that I was just not happy about. Simon's attitude was, I don't care. You my woman. I want everybody to know you my woman. I want everybody to know that I love you, so I don't care. But he posted pictures from their first kiss. He posted pictures from the tattoo and a lot of that stuff. She said we had discussed we would not publicly put out there, and he did it anyway. So I told him that I need to approve everything, because at the end of the day, he might not care, but I'm the one getting the heat. I'm the one getting the backlash. And so to me, that already shows a certain level of disrespect is a strong word, but certainly a disregard. Because if Porsha told you, you see the heat that I'm getting, you see what's going on social media, please don't post anything before we agree to it, and you proceed to post the very same pictures she asked you not to post, and your attitude is, well, I don't care about the backlash, and she's like, yeah, you don't care about the backlash because you ain't getting the backlash. Again, that's a it may not be a red flag, but it's a pink one. Okay, Porsha, he's already telling you that your feelings don't matter when it's something he wants to do. And this is something minor. This is social media. This is posting on social media. So he's already telling you your feelings don't count. But okay, I ain't trying to be too hard or whatever. So then the cousin and Lauren are down to the club talking about Simon and how Simon sort of bogarted his way. They talked about the pictures online, and then they also was talking about how Simon sort of bogarted his way down to the Mother's Day situation. How ain't nobody know he was coming. Nobody knew he was coming, and it was awkward for everybody, including Dennis. Because again, remember, Dennis had planned that whole thing, and like Dennis had said later on in the episode, if he knew that Simon was coming, he wouldn't have planned the shit. And Porsha even said, I didn't tell Dennis that me and Simon were engaged because I knew if I told him, he would cancel the Mother's Day dinner. Now, of course, he spoiled Porsha for her birthday. He bought her Chanel bag and some Clive Christian perfume. And I know I probably said that wrong, child, because I didn't, when something is that expensive, it's an extra inflection somewhere, it's an accent somewhere, you roll a R or something. But anyway, and there was a couple of other things he had that, and listen, if I'm dating a millionaire, I expect to be spoiled too, shit. When I'm dating a millionaire, I need to have me some turquoise boxes. I need some Hermes boxes. Listen, I wouldn't even be mad if I had a car key, okay? So I ain't mad about it. It's my 40th birthday. Spoil me, okay? Porsha's mom is just, letting her know, listen. Talk to him, let him know how you feel. If you really feel some kind of way about the situation, you gotta be honest about him. And Porsha says, well, I don't want to say anything because I know that, it would really hurt his feelings. He would probably cry because I know he would never want to do anything to hurt me. You think so? Okay. All right. I mean, that's what you think. So everybody's getting dressed for the party. Porsha's looking cute. They get on the party bus. Simon rides the party bus. And something went down on the party bus. I don't know. A thing popped up. Something fell out. Whatever. Come to find out, it was Dennis's party bus from his little company. And the producer asked Porsha so he can donate the party bus, but he can't bring a date. And Porsha was like, no. Like, I don't care how y'all word it, slice it, turn it around, flip it upside down. No. I thought it was interesting that once we got to the party, the only real housewife that we saw there was Drew. We didn't see. We saw Shamir, but she don't really count. But we didn't see anybody else. We didn't see Candy, and Candy and Porsha are cool now. That don't mean she won't there. I'm just saying they didn't show Candy. Now they showed Jennifer Williams. They showed Yandy. But I didn't see a real housewife there. Did y'all see another housewife? I thought that was interesting. So during the night, Porsha pulled Simon aside and talked to him about the pictures. What I found interesting was she was like, I want to talk to you about something. And before she had a chance to even articulate herself, you know what? He already knew. He said, oh, is it about Instagram? Or however he said it. So you knew what she was mad about. You knew it bothered her. You know why you knew? Because you knew she asked you not to do it. So she did talk to him about it. He did apologize. But again, I don't believe that he won't do it again. I don't believe it because I don't think he cares. I think it's all about what he wants and when and how he wants it. So they out to lunch. Porsha. So it's the next day after the party. Porsha and Dennis go out to lunch. They out, and they get to talking about in his culture how you can have as many wives as you want as long as you can financially take care of them. He said his dad had 2 wives, and he said his grandfather had 25 wives, and so he said it was just a whole lot of kids in his family because there was a whole lot of people running around. And Porsha was saying how Dennis is a great dad and how she will always have love for Dennis because Dennis is a great father. Yada yada yada. The other thing was, I feel like, going back to the birthday party, I feel like when Porsha was trying to have a conversation with Simon, Simon was drunk as a skunk. So I don't even know if he understood what she was saying. I don't know if he fully received the conversation, honestly. Who knows truth of the matter. So then, Dennis had hit up Lauren. And Dennis wanted Lauren to come and talk to him down to the hot dog shop. So Lauren showed up to talk to Dennis. And basically, Dennis was talking to Lauren about, like, listen, why you not talking to your sister? Why you not getting your sister together? She doing too much. She moving too fast. And I know Porsha, if this don't work out, Porsha is going to crash and she's going to crash hard. He said, I know Porsha still love me. Porsha still got love for me. That's why Porsha ain't want me to bring no woman around her. Because he said, it ain't cool when you got to take your own medicine. It's okay for you to have your man and be flying your man around, but I can't bring a woman around. That's because you still love me. Listen, Porsha claims she don't have no romantic feelings for Dennis, and maybe it's more to the whole I don't want him to bring a woman around situation. Because again, if Pilar was gonna be there, then I would be like, I still wouldn't think she was right for saying that when you got a whole man around her that you said you claim you ain't known but a couple of months. But that's another conversation. But I still feel like you wrong for telling that man he can't bring a date. Like, he can come, but he can't bring a +1. And if your fiance is saying it's cool for him to bring a +1, I don't see where you wrong. I don't see where you should have a problem with it. But okay. So that's not Simon. Dennis was trying to get the timeline together. Now here we go again with another discrepancy. Porsha told Dennis that they got engaged. They had only been dating for like 2 weeks when they got engaged. Laura said they had been dating for a month before they got engaged. And again, it may not seem like a big deal, but once again, here we are with these blurred lines with this timeline and trying to figure out exactly when they hooked up, when they started dating, when they got engaged. At the end of the day, honestly, y'all, I don't even think it's that deep or that serious. I think the bigger picture is you got engaged to a man that you claim you've only known for 2 months. That's a lot. Especially when you have a child involved. Mind you, Simon, this will be Simon's 4th marriage. So we already know that marriage to him ain't no big deal. He admits that he has cheated in all his former relationships. He claimed except for his last marriage. He claimed he didn't cheat on Fallon. He may not have cheated on Fallon, but you cheated on your first 2 wives. He said repeatedly. Again, the flag might not be red, but it's pink as a mother. Now, Porsha is getting ready for a cookout. I guess they having like part 2 of her birthday celebration. It's going to be like a family cookout. And so her cousin comes through, and her cousin lets her know, listen, Dennis been reaching out to Lauren. Now, again, I don't know if the cousin was alluding to the fact that Dennis might be reaching out to Lauren for anything on a sexual level. Dennis say Lauren is his little sister, and no matter what goes on between him and Porsha, he got love for Lauren like a sister. He ain't looking at her like that. It ain't even that kind of party. And once again, we hear Porsha giving her story and her timeline of what went down. And this is where we get the whole conversation and the explanation about the Mother's Day brunch, which, of course, we saw all over the internet. Now, Dennis said, again, he go another 2 versions of the story. Dennis said that it was Porsha's idea to take the picture. He didn't really want to take that picture and post it online. But, of course, he ain't going to say no because it is what it is. Porsha made it seem like all of them had that all of them wanted to do it. They thought it would be cool, And again, I think that I don't want to get caught up in the minutia of it all. Dennis, you posed for the picture. You knew the picture was going to get posted. So whether you wanted to do it or not, you did it. I ain't no need me even going through the ins and outs of whether you wanted it to go up there or not. You did it. Child, so that is episode 1. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Should we keep talking about this? Okay? I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.